Hey, who's been in the fridge? Ah, it's live from the path.
Thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it. I was maybe just tell us a little bit about you guys, like where you're from and how you came about.
Sure. Yeah, we all live in Nashville, Tennessee. Chad and I are actually from Florida, though. Caleb's from South Dakota, and my man right here, Kyle, is from Philadelphia. So we're all kind of from everywhere. We all live in Nashville right now. Chad and I grew up together, so we kind of started the band, and then we all went to Liberty University at some point. So when we knew we needed a couple more guys, we called our contacts in Liberty and said, hey, do you guys know any guys who could really wrap their head around this kind of sound and this kind of vibe and are ministry focused, and found these guys that way, and so we've been a band for about 3 years now.
Oh, sweet.
Awesome.
So, how's the current tour going?
Oh, it's awesome. I think this is show 35 in a 60-city tour.
Wow.
A little over halfway, and it's been awesome. I mean, the guys are Newsboys guys, the City Harmonic guys, the Abandoned guys. Could not ask for better guys to be traveling around with. So
and that's got to be pretty cool too, to be kind of to be able to take a tour with 3 other bands and kind of you have someone to share experiences with, right? I mean, it's got to be different if you're out there trying to scrounge up stuff on your own and playing shows and stuff. But you got 3 guys who are kind of living a similar life.
Absolutely.
Because I mean, you could tell stories from the road, and I might think they're interesting, but I can't really sympathize. I'm not in the position you are, away from friends, away from family. I don't see the things you see. I don't know. That's got to be pretty cool to have that shared life experience with guys like that.
It's a totally different lifestyle. I was telling the guys earlier, I woke, it was 3 o'clock today. I've been up for, hours, and I didn't know what state I was in or what day of the week it was, legitimately. And so
that sounds like Ben on an average day.
People who can really understand that, it's really cool to be out.
He even pointed at me.
He's trying to figure you out.
He didn't
He's
just
really
laugh.
trying to understand.
He pointed and laughed.
That's him.
Boy, oh boy.
So it's been good. And to learn from the Newsboys guys. I mean, they've been doing it for a long time. So to learn how to be able to do this and continue to grow spiritually, and also to be able to cater to your family at a time like this, to really be able to take in all that sort of great knowledge has been awesome.
So how do you guys, given the atmosphere that you're in and all the travel and stuff that you do, how do you, I'm trying to think the best way to act this, how do you keep a solid relationship with God in this environment? There's most people really thrive on stability. I'm in one place every week. I meet my church family. That's where I go. What does that look like for you guys kind of in your situation?
Well, I think your relationship with God is a matter of priority. Kind of wherever you are, whatever state it is or whatever the day looks like. I mean, to allow God and your relationship with Him to take precedence and take priority over everything else that's going on that's a growing. I mean, that's an avenue of growth right there. But I think regardless of where we are, to know that God's got to take priority in our life for that day, spend time in His Word, spend time in prayer. And, I mean, there's 4 guys sitting on this couch right now. We love each other like brothers. We're in each other's face about our relationship with God, in each other's face about accountability and things that matter. So this is our community, when we're on the road. And that's been awesome.
Very, very cool. I could I think what you said it's dead on, right? Like if you although the circumstances may be different from what other people are at, if you make it a priority, I mean, God has a way of kind of making sure that your life stays in connection with Him, even if you start to drift there. If you have that touch point, and you've created some accountability within your fellows, just to make sure everybody's moving in the right direction. And that's
absolutely
part important. I mean, given the environment that you're into, without that stability, that you've created that kind of level of accountability within you fellows. I think that's awesome. So tell me a little about the current CD.
The CD came out in May of last year, and for us, it's our first effort. It's really just what God had taught us, for the years kind of leading up to the record release and things that He'd been doing in us. And so we were privileged to have the opportunity to put that in a record and allow other people to be impacted by that as well. We've been overwhelmed by how God has used that in people's lives, and are just blessed every night we get to play shows like this and share those messages and meet people afterwards that it's having an impact on, or hopefully will once they pick up the record. So we just pray that it continues to go out and to see people drawing closer to God.
So would you say, given that that album is from May, and you can pick that up, by the way, well, I guess if they're here, they're not watching where I'm pointing. But
right over there to the left, guys.
You guys at home, if you want to get on the old motorbike and head down here.
Or if you have iTunes.
Okay, iTunes. Very cool. Hey, do you guys have a website they can get his stuff at?
Well, we have anthemlights.com.
Okay, very cool.
Just anthemlights.com, and you can pick it up there. But iTunes would be the easiest way if you're sitting at home right now.
So given that the CD that you had, it came out in May, do you have, are you looking at going into the studio anytime soon, or?
Yeah, we're doing. There's a lot of time on the road. You know, we play one show at 7 o'clock, so we spend the rest of the time writing. Really, you know, getting ready for the second record. We're excited to just for God to allow us again to share more messages that He's teaching us and what we think our audience needs to hear. And so, yeah, we're getting back into the studio probably the next couple of months. And if I had to guess, I would say probably an early 2013 release.
Oh, very cool. So would you say that coming off of that first one and kind of thinking about moving to the second one, any significant differences? Do you guys feel like you've changed it all, or just a progression of where you were at before?
I like the word progression.
Yeah.
I think you always want to be getting better, and you always want to take a little bit of a left turn so that it's interesting both for you and the people listening to you. But we're passionate about, you know, pop music that we've did the first time, and we'll continue to do those sort of melodies and harmonies that we love to do. But as far as a message goes, I think just praying that God will give us the most pertinent messages to the people that we know now are listening to our music. When you do a record the first time, you just kind of throw it out there and go, here's what God's teaching me. I hope it reaches someone. And now we get the opportunity, after playing all these shows, to know who's really listening to the music.
Yep.
And so now we have an opportunity to go, okay, what does that person need to hear? And ask God to give us messages that will be relevant to that person specifically. So I think that will be the main difference going into record 2, which I'm really excited about.
Well, cool. That sounds exciting. Hey, thanks, guys, so much for coming by. We really appreciate you taking out to talk with us on Live from the Path. Best of luck, and we'll
Thank you,
see
man.
you around.
Appreciate you.
It's Anthem Lights. Thanks so much, guys. You can take them. You were listening to Live from the Path, broadcasting on livefromthepath.org. We will continue broadcasting for the rest of the night, hooking up with